Hi Cancer, and welcome to your weeklies. So let's go right into your reading and see what is in the base of your spread. Base of your spread is consequences reversed. So it looks like that if you got into trouble in the past, that this is like a week to get out of it. So let's see what the detailed analysis of the week says. So how you're starting the week. You're starting with, whoa, you deserve love and you're lovable with, look, let me balance a thing or two to get there. And this is crossed with retreat. It's time to disconnect from the world and the strength. So it looks like Cancer that you are, this is like really like you, right? Isn't this like a very Cancerian thing, retreat and you deserve love? You kind of like things to progress slower, and you like to be strong. You have this like strong shell on the outside, but at the same time you're just trying to make sure things are balanced. And that's probably going back to that consequences that is forcing you to balance. And these consequences underneath have 9 of C, which is kind of like a wish card. So let's see where it goes. And what are you bringing to this week? Like what basically was a push of the energy that stayed? It's calling in your soulmate. Your prayers, affirmations, and visualizations help bring it together. And this is a passion. Look, we have this enormous passion being surrounded with kind of a call for something. And you're kind of telling yourself, this is a thing. And this is the romantic thing about you, because look what you left in the past. This could be the one. You've already met the romantic partner you seek, and yet it didn't work out. It's Earth Tome, which kind of this way would be very protective, very nurturing, exactly the way you like it, but it fell through this way. And you're left wondering, what did you do wrong? And then you're going to this high level passion energy, and your energy is really cups. Your energy is blue, not orange. You kind of like to, and the best express yourself, and you kind of overwhelm somebody with sort of water, with that emotion. So water and fire, not the same thing, right? One is the surface, one goes deep. So, and this was earth. It was neither, but it was energy that kind of worked really well with your sign, and this is why it's puzzling, and maybe this is why you're wondering, why was this troubling? So what is the homework and the message for this week? This is really actually interesting. Children, your love life is being affected by children, and 10 of Fighter reversed, right? So this is kind of coming right after, the little kitty cats had some kind of council here, gathering together and kind of strategizing where to go next. And here, things are a little bit out of control, just like children can be completely out of control. And this, of course, doesn't necessarily need to speak about the children that are yours. It talks about something that you kind of consider a child, something that kind of is very important to you, and something that can also kind of fly out of control, something that you cannot really control. In a sense that you can order something like a hobby, or other people who basically are not your underlings, so sort of people who you deal with. This could be also pets. This could be certain loyalties you have towards someone. So your challenge is to not to see that as burden anymore. Maybe it is something in your life that you really enjoy doing that you just kind of don't like anymore, and you're trying to kind of leave it. Look, each to its own kind of thing. Is kitty's on fire, and now it's just please let me save myself, because 10 is also a number of completions. So maybe this week you have to kind of finish these loose ends. If you have anything that kind of has been too much of a burden for you, kind of drop it. It's kind of time to kind of let it go, because you're coming to this week with an energy of 1. You're trying to start something new, and your kind of whole dedication is look, I deserve love, I want love. You're going through the Pisces period. It's all good. All the stars lined up for you. So what is next? So next is going to be a challenge for you, past life relationship, and you have known each other before. So it's going to be somebody with whom you feel very big familiarity, and it's going to be that someone with whom you felt it could be divine. You see, you're repeating those energies. You still didn't. That's why this is telling you, this is the lesson, because you did not learn that lesson yet. I'm seeing it here. You're having a 10 of earth, something that should be finished, but it's not finished yet. This is that earthy commitment, blessings and everything, that you're connecting to something, very, I have to feel it the same moment when I meet this person. I have to, feel such a comfort, and kind of like we can coexist together, and I find my space there, right? But this is not really real, right? That you should be giving everybody a chance, that you cannot kind of like pre-pack things. So this is why you'll have challenges, and maybe there'll be challenge in terms of things that you cannot put aside. Will be maybe something familiar to you, something that you're like really close to, that you just cannot say no to. So how are you feeling? You're feeling healing family issues. Your love life benefits as you forgive your parents, and that's very important for your Cancers. And 4 of C. So you feel that you have been taken for granted, that you're a little bit out of steam right now in terms of how to go about the things, but you're not lost. And this card means that you kind of like are realizing something is out of whack, right? Because this kitty should be using these lobsters like on their plate, and not to have them as like art gallery over here. So this means you have to find out what was the initial issue. What was the issue that you had with this partner, and how did that actually exist in your life prior to that partner? Was it, something that you feel you couldn't get from your parents, that you couldn't convince them into something, and then somehow that kind of like got a different wrapper and came to your love relationships, because this life is calling you to kind of like work that. And you have obviously attraction to sort of like the significant relationships which karma is throwing our way, because we can learn all these lessons. So how others see us, so which is really good to some point over here, that you're actually seeing yourself as cups. So you're coming to your own energy. So it's no more fire, and you had the fires here, you had earth here, but now you're back to cups. This is like that watery energy that you guys have. So let's see the others. What others think that you should be doing, and how they will basically consult you. They will tell you, well, reconciliation is maybe a possibility. You should consider it. Someone from your past is returning to your life. But then this was coupled with, not so sure if it was up or down, have to look down, but both of them are not really great. So 5 of C is basically a loss of something. So that can actually also mean that someone that they suggest to you to reconcile maybe got you in all these troubles, right? Maybe somebody did cause you enormous sadness. Maybe somebody did cause you to wonder why in the world this didn't work out. And you have to figure it out, because you kind of like really felt this person could be home. This person could be the one that you look for in life, or you felt that you're looking for that type of a person that you're failing to meet, and somehow feel almost like a loser, let's say, because you feel everybody else gets it but you, which of course is not the case. Everybody else is just simply lying to you, which we will see over here. Fears and hopes, codependency. Addictions are affecting your romantic life. And this is coupled with 7 of Sky, other people kind of being sneaky, lying to you, etc. And this is also codependency. Codependency is the problem, and that's basically what happens after you don't heal your original issues. Codependency happens that you start developing your own system, your own persona, where and how you cope with things. So, is it normal that partner cheats on us? No, it isn't. But some of us may convince ourselves that we should stay with this person because whatever interpretation we have at that point, that's why that happened. It's very hard to kind of like look truth in the eye and say, it is what it is. I'm calling the spade a spade, and grind your teeth and go through it and go through this pain, and this pain can last and challenge us. But that's how you break codependency, because you're not allowing patterns to control you. You control them. For you cancers, that's really hard, really hard. But what's going to happen this week is like somebody's going to reveal something to you, some truth, or even some kind of apology that is going to shine the light to the fact that you knew that and you could have reacted and you didn't. And so you will see that I was right on this one, that you kind of probably would be 3 steps ahead if you actually reacted back then. So how is your week finishing? Because you started with you deserve love, and you started with retreat, sort of like a mixed bag, but you're getting to free yourself, right? It's time to take back control of your life. So bravo for you cancers. You are going to really be working on healing these family issues and cocooning. You might not take this reconciliation advice from your friends very seriously, because you do understand that maybe this pain is actually connected to this codependency. And even if somebody verbally doesn't express this apology or in any shape or form in written word, you maybe will find out or realize something, or realize that certain things that happen for a reason, and now you see them differently. So here, when it comes to free yourself, you're freeing yourself from garbage, and you're getting to the next stage. Look, you're finishing with Major Arcana, and you started with the bottom of your deck of Major Arcana. You got in trouble, you're getting yourself out of trouble, and you're coming with the World out. And it's like one of the best Major Arcanas. Look, you feel accomplished, you're looking down in your world. It's like you feel like a creator of the world. This is like such a great feeling. So it's time to look back at your accomplishment. Like, next layer is coming up. So this is almost like when you're going from high school to basically university. Like, one big phase is finished and the sun is shining, and like it literally feels great. So Cancer, I hope you really enjoy your week. It's going to be really interesting for you, because it's going to challenge you on a really, really deep level. You have 2 really important things that will happen to you. One is going to call you for you to go inside and fight with your own demons, because your demons are the past. And also, your friends are not going to help, because they know that you have this dreamy, emotional nature, and they will be sort of like telling you things that are very romantic, but that are not necessarily great for you. So this also is going to be a challenge for you, because you like to please, but this time you're going to have to please yourself, and you're going to kind of like go with your own take. You're listening to your own voice and accomplishing your own lesson. So please check your monthlies and check your dailies, and until the next time, I love you.